two news stories for you. Firstly, we have some updates for you regarding arms deliveries, weapons deliveries to Ethiopia from some Middle Eastern countries. We know that three countries have been involved in supplying Ethiopian government with weapons: Turkey, the UAE, and Iran. Are these three countries supplying Ethiopian government with weapons now? Because we have seen a halt in cargo flights from two countries, but one country is still supplying weapons to Ethiopian government. An expert who monitors these flights, cargo flights between Ethiopia and three countries, he has been very helpful. He has been updating all the persons who are monitoring this conflict about the flights between Ethiopia and the three countries. Gajron is his name, and he has now shared some details about fresh deliveries of weapons, I would say, because the cargo flights are supposed to be delivering weapons to Ethiopian government. We'll have a look at the fresh developments. Before that, just a few updates. One update from Somalia, where PM Roble and President Farmajo are locked into a political stalemate. Presidential candidates who are contesting presidential election have held a meeting. They have issued a joint statement, Hassan Sheikh, Hassan Khairi, and others. And they are accusing President Farmajo of trying to stage a coup. They say that Farmajo tried to stage a coup, but he failed. Investigation should be launched against Farmajo and his collaborators. And they are demanding that Farmajo must leave Villa Somalia, Somali presidential palace immediately. This is the sticking point, because that PM Roble's supporters, forces supporting him, and presidential candidates, they are now telling Farmajo to leave presidential palace. So far, Farmajo has not left presidential palace, but pressure is increasing upon Farmajo. What will he do? Which countries will support him? Which countries will support Roble? In a separate video, we'll have a detailed look at the supporters, international supporters, African supporters of Farmajo and Roble. So far, opposition candidates who are contesting presidential election against Farmajo, they are demanding that Farmajo must leave presidential palace immediately. Now, viewers, weapons deliveries to Ethiopia. We know that three Middle Eastern countries are involved in supplying weapons to Ethiopian government: UAE, Turkey, and Iran. 119 flights were seen between the UAE and Ethiopia. And experts say these flights were carrying weapons. Several flights were seen between Turkey and Ethiopia. And most experts agree that Turkey provided TB2 drones and UAE provided wing-long Chinese drones to Ethiopian government in the ongoing war. And these drones are in operation in Ethiopia-Tigray war. What about Iran, viewers? Iran also supplied Mohajer 6 drones. At least 2 Mohajer 6 drones have been supplied by Iran to Ethiopian government. But within the past 1 week, once again, flights from Iran to Ethiopia have resumed. 2 flights have been seen within the past 1 week. And total flights between Iran and Ethiopia are now 15 or 16, I think. So Iran has resumed its supplies to Ethiopian military. Iran supplied Mohajer 6 drones to Ethiopian government. The drones started their operation, I think it was in August or September. But Iranian drones could not change the battlefield picture. Then came Winglongs and TB2s. These Winglong, especially TB2s, they proved to be the game changer. And suddenly Tigray Defense Force started suffering losses. Its advance toward Addis Ababa became almost impossible. It became almost impossible, and TDF decided to withdraw from Amhara region. So Muhajir 6 were used, but reportedly they were grounded. There were some problems. Now, once again, weapon deliveries to Ethiopia from Iran have resumed. We have not seen several flights from Turkey and UAE in the last 1 to 2 weeks. So we can say that weapon deliveries from the UAE and Turkey to Ethiopia, they have been suspended, not stopped. We don't know what will happen in coming days. But Iran has resumed supplies to Ethiopian government. 2 Iranian airlines are involved in supplying deliveries to Ethiopian government. Qasim Faras Airline and Poya Airline. Both these airlines are under sanctions. US imposed sanctions on Qasim Faras Airline and Poya Airline because the two airlines were accused of supplying weapons to Iran-backed militias in Syria and to Iran-backed militias in Lebanon. So the two airlines are under sanctions, and these two airlines have been seen, their aircrafts have been seen flying to Ethiopia from Iran. Most experts say that Iran has resumed supplies to Ethiopian military. Are we going to see more use of Iranian drones in coming days because supplies from the UAE and Turkey have stopped? Or Iran is supplying something else? Apart from drones, Iran might be supplying other weapons too. Rocket or artillery or some other types of weapons Iran would be supplying. So we don't know which types of weapons are being supplied by Iranian government. Only confirmation was about Muhajir 6 drones because they were spotted at they were spotted on Samara airport, I think. Pictures were released of their GCS as well. But these fresh flights indicate that Iran might be providing some other types of weapons to Ethiopian government. So the update, viewers, is that flights from the UAE and Turkey have stopped, but flights from Iran have resumed. 2 flights in the past 1 week have been reported by the expert who monitors aviation-related developments. Thank you for watching.